This duel is called Horseshoes and Hand Grenades. It uses one of our beautiful, colorful play mats. They're double-sided. In this case, axe versus daggers is on the other side. This is the side we're going to be using, Horseshoes and Hand Grenades. And this is one that can be played by all of the players at the table. So 2 to 4 players might be playing this duel. It also uses 3 of the extra dice. Now these 3 dice are going to be sort of taking on the role in horseshoes of that post that you would see in that sandbox. So you're going to take the first 2 gray dice, you're going to set those in there, like so, stand them up. You can take that 3rd dice, you're going to roll that one. And for the match, this is going to be a target number. That's going to be some extra bonus points. Now the thing with horseshoes and hand grenades, unlike a lot of other duels, there's the potential for all of the players who are playing this to win some points. There's only going to be one overall duel winner. They're going to walk away with 1,000 points. And the way that person wins, by at the end of the match having the dice which is closest to that post. Now, whoever has a dice that matches that number, they're going to get 100 points. That's going to be added to their scorecard whether they're the overall winner or not. And there's one other way to win some points during this duel, and that is if you hit that post. So you hit that post, you're going to immediately get 100 points added to your score. So those are horseshoes. We haven't yet talked about hand grenades. So if a player rolls a dice and hits that tower and the tower tips over, that's called a hand grenade. So instead of having points added to their score, they're going to have 500 points removed from their score immediately. And if that same player knocks over the post again, well, in that same round, they could lose another 500 points. It's entirely possible a very aggressive player could knock that post over 3 times and really drop their score. I'm hoping most players won't do that. But there is a bonus, 100 points for hitting that post. So a lot of people want to do that. Plus, the overall winner is going to get 1,000 points for being the player who has their dice at the end that is closest. So there is an encouragement to get really close to that post. Now I'm going to roll once. My opponent is going to roll next. Then I'm going to roll. Each of us is going to get 3 dice. So we can take just 3 of our dice, set there's any 3, get those out of there. So I'm going to roll 1. Let's say it landed really nice and close to that post. So I'm thinking, you know what, I got this. I got this locked down. Then he rolls one of his dice and knocks mine out of there. And now he's closest. He's now at a point where he's going to win the duel. That's how it works. At the end of the match, whoever's closest gets that 1,000 points. Player who has a dice that matches the top, they're going to get 100 for each of those. Each player that hits that post during the match without knocking over, they're going to get 100. If you knock it over, you're going to lose 500 points from your score. Now my opponent over there, he's the challenger. He's the one who challenged me to this. It means he gets to roll second, because challengers always get the advantage, it seems like, because he's going to get that last roll of the match. So that means I got to go first. I'm trying to get as close as I can to that post without knocking it over, hopefully hitting it, getting 100 points. Oh, I got 100 points, and I'm pretty close. Plus now the post is looking a little rickety. Oh, I think I'm still closer. I think I'm still a little bit closer.
You got me nervous after you.
It's looking good for me. So now, do I try to get even closer, or do I try to play the advantage and kind of throw a dice over this way, hitting his? Now, much like all these duels, the dice has to bounce at least once before hitting a play mat. I can't just drop it on there or wing it at his dice. It's got to roll across that table. There we go. Now I've blocked him a little bit. A little strategery there. Ooh. I think that was aimed at me and not that tower. I'm a little scared. All right, here we go. I'm going to try to do another blocking roll here.
Ooh, and you hit it.
Yes, I've got 100 points there. None of my dice matched that top number, but I did hit the post twice. So no matter what, I have 200 points. That was his last dice. Means I won the duel and 1,000 points plus 200 points for hitting the tower. I'm going to be walking away with 1,200 points. None of our dice match that target number for an extra bonus, 100 along the way. That duel is called Horseshoes and Hand Grenades.